Morning, my name is Lori. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. Today we are finishing up the last of the blocks that need to be pieced for the Study in Scarlet quilt. Now this block, if you notice, is very similar to this block, but it is not exactly the same. It has the same shape, but it is not exactly the same, not even just size, but it is not exactly the same. So here it is again on the coloring sheet. We will update this next week. And these ones are the same. Now these two, this is the same as all of this extra side that I put on that is not on the book. But that's beside the point. Let's take a look at the pieces for this week. So here we have the pieces, the last baggie of pieces that I will need. Oh, it helps if I get out the pattern, doesn't it? Let's take a look at that pattern. Dun, dun. All right. And I have that this is not drawn to scale. And it comes out as a 12-inch block. I'm not sure what about this is not. I think it's this part that is not drawn to scale. It is not as wide in actuality as it is on the picture. So the background, and I have crossed off, it was blue, and well, the background is actually golden, since it's called Golden Memories. And these are 2-inch by 9-inch pieces, 4 of them. And then I have 4 colors to go around. They are 6.5-inch blocks. I have reddish purple, black with purple and gold, blue, and a fossil fern green. I love these fabrics. I need to take these to the iron. They are a bit mutilated and wrinkled from being in the bag. Hang on just a second while I do that. Before I push this out of the way, I need to point out a couple notes I wrote. Trim sections to 6.5. So after we make a section with the one color and the strip, the golden strip, it needs to be trimmed to 6.5. So that when we put it together, it will be a 12.5 unfinished or 12-inch finished block. And it says use center to align. And by center, I'm talking the center of the golden strip. Let me move this out of the way and we can get started with sewing right away. The first thing I need to do with all of the 6.5-inch blocks is cut them in half on the diagonal one time so that we can line them up on that golden strip. And I purposefully did not cut these in half when I stored them because you know how fragile bias can be. And I didn't want one more challenge while I was getting things ready to piece. I love this fabric. And when this came out, it was in all different colorways. I think this is the last of it. Maybe not. You never know. So to work with these strips, and get my cutting things out of the way. I won't need those anymore. To work with these strips, let's do one at a time. You really need the center line to help you out. Let me pull my pin cushion over here. And I now have a fold, and I'm going to take one piece, and if I fold this, I just need to be very careful that I don't scrape it with my fingernail because I don't want to stretch my bias out. And you see there's lots of room on both sides. So if it is not perfect, it will be okay. So there is a half. And I can either start sewing here or I can start way out here. It will not matter, and we're going to trim it when we're all done. So let me set up all of my pieces here very quickly, and we will get some sewing done. Let's do some sewing and see what we get. This block, I am so glad I saved an easy one for last. I'm going to go press this toward the triangle, and then I will add the other triangle here, and we will be ready to trim up and make the actual finished block. This week is so easy. Now, not to say that we are done. Here we are with the pressed pieces, and I speed pressed. I laid them one on top of the other, staggered them a little bit, and away we go. Let me separate these so you can see. The second part is easier to line up because you're lining it up straight with that point. I'm still going to slip in a little pin here so it doesn't shift too much, and not that it has been, but I don't want it to shift at all. Let me grab the rest of these and get them all ready to go. I hope you joined in and watched my miscellaneous Monday about speed piecing. A couple of you chimed in, and I'm glad to hear that you have success, because this is, even though it's small scale and only one block, this is still technically speed piecing. You're not doing each little part one at a time and then trimming. You're doing all four of them and then trimming. So as long as you roughly line that up, you should have it good and ready to go. Time to sew already. I love this block. It's so easy. I will say this, that over the years I have learned not to sew while I have my eyes off of the needle and the machine. And saying that, there is no tragic tale of me sewing my finger, even though I've come pretty close sometimes. Usually, it's a tragic tale of I have to pick out a seam, not anything else. So let me snip this off here. And you see that it is a nice size block. Let me go press this toward the triangle, and I will be right back. This is where I have a short confession to make. Yes, I am redoing the blocks. When I got to the trimming part, horror of horrors, the triangle blocks were too small. So I am getting really good with my friend the Clover Seam Ripper, and I am fixing them. So if you didn't hear me say before, this is a 6.5-inch block cut in half, and there will be plenty of extra to trim away. Let me get back to fixing my mess up. Now I have my blocks ready to go, but let me talk a little bit, just for a second, about the rulers. Now you can use any ruler you want. You can use the lines on your mat if you want, whatever makes you happy. I have 3 6.5-inch rulers, but they are all very different. This one is marked on the edges, and it has the epicenter, and it has lots of angles on it. So, and lots of marks. And it even has centimeters down one side. This is not the easiest for this job, I don't think. I think this one will be the easiest for this job because it has a line going both ways. It will be easiest to line it up and to get it straight. Let me show you the other ruler. The other 6.5-inch ruler, and I know there's only a big 5 there. They didn't mark it 6 there. Has the 1/2 inch all to 2 sides instead of putting a 1/4 inch on each side. This one just to be a little more difficult to line up. And it has marking lines, but I think they go this way, and I'm cutting on a diagonal. So I think this will be the ruler for today. They all serve a specific purpose. That's why I've kept them, but this is the ruler for today. Let me move this out of the way, and we can get started with some trimming. So if you are worried about getting this straight, and I see that there's a corner here and a corner here, so I know it is straight. Same here and here. And that way I'll be able to keep it straight. And also I can line up the points, sort of. But here and here, they're 2 little, and if it's the same distance everywhere, then I will know it is straight. I'm going to cut 2 sides at a time. This is just a little too big for my pie crust trimming board. And now that I have 2 sides straightened out, I can flip it and reline up with those sides. My husband took the truck to get it inspected, and Puppy is upset that she didn't get to go along. So she is watching at the window and whining. There it is, 1/4 of the block ready to go. Let me put this on speed trim as I finish trimming up the other 3 parts. It definitely was this golden part that was not drawn to scale. And in my computer drawing, I have the pinkish, or the red, the purple, the dark blue, and the green. Not that it really matters. But now I'm going to sew this together like a 4-patch, and I will be ready to show you the finished block in just a second. So let me fold these over and sew them together, and I will be. Now I did press toward the blue and toward the purple, so I was pressing in opposite directions so the seams would nest nicely. And now I'm going to finish the block for you. And here it is, all finished up. It is 12 and a half at this very moment, but when we put it in the quilt, it will be 12 inches. Oh, I hate it when there's threads. There it is, bright and colorful and ready to go in to the quilt. Golden Memories, which is how the study in Scarlet ends up. with them, Watson and Holmes, being friends and having good memories of the crime that they solved, even though it was a sad thing. Hope to see you next week when we update our color sheet and we talk about piecing the blocks all together. See you then. Have a great rest of the week. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and tell your friends.